What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Everybody, what's good, man? Yeah, I had so much to say. But I got this mother guy hush mouth. All right, so look, I know it's a lot going on, man. Y'all been and those have been paying attention to my account. Y'all been following up with me and stuff. But this ain't about the hurricane. You know what I'm saying? Prayers out to those that need it. You know what I'm saying? And got a lot of friends and family down there. So I hope y'all doing all right. Those that didn't make it out, but I am actually on here because I have a video that needs to be done. It's a continuation video from earlier. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. I'm not going to hold y'all too long. I'm probably just going to talk for the duration of the video, maybe like 3 or 4 minutes after that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to go ahead and add this video in. Give me just a second. Hold on. So do this. All right. So share screen. Window, this one, share. All right. I just have to make sure. Let me make sure my volume is good on here. Let's see. Good on here. All right. Let me see. So let's play this. Hold on. Let me see something. All right, so I'm gonna make this audio work, y'all. Give me just 1 second. Let me make sure this audio is working. Got stable volume. All right, cool. Theater mode on that. And I'm gonna make sure the audio is good. Loud. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and roll this back a little bit. Come back over. We're gonna go ahead and hit play. Now listen to what he just said. We are already going in off the Richter, straight up. Okay, so he told you. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and pull myself back into this thing, so that way it can be seen. So look what he said. He said, you have children there in these nations that are already set up to receive over $100,000. There's no sound, still no sound. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this crap, man. Everything, like the technology is just it's all over the place right now. So y'all gotta bear with me because we're gonna be conversating through the captions. Okay. And we're gonna have to do it like that because I don't know what's going on with this thing. Like I said, I'm not gonna try to fix this on camera. So anyway, look. This man just said, let's run this back a little bit so you can see it. Okay, so look, man, I wish y'all could hear this. So look, these people live in the Appalachian. There's a town called Cherokee, North Carolina. Okay, you can go on the map, you can go look it up. All right, so the rules of Cherokee, North Carolina are similar to how the Amish are set up. Okay, so the Amish, they have their own land. They outside of the government jurisdiction. They do their own thing. The FBI, nobody goes on that land to bother those people, right? So these Cherokee people supposedly have the same type of setup. Okay, now it gets very interesting. Okay, let's just keep going. Types. They were down in the slumps 30 or 40 years ago. Now look at this. This person right here is claiming to be a Cherokee Indian. I know I told y'all this before in a previous video. You know what I'm saying? But I deleted that video, so we're just gonna keep going. This person is claiming to be a Cherokee Indian. Okay? A Cherokee Indian now. I want to let that this now look at him and look at him. He's not claiming to be an Indian. He's not, you know, he's a news journalist and he's coming there to do a story on this area. But this person right here claims to be a descendant of the Cherokee Indians. Let's keep going. Now look at us. Most young people receive hundreds of thousands of dollars into an account to be deployed when they turn 18 years old. Let's keep going. Cherokee, North Carolina. Okay. So now we're going to go meet up with the so-called Cherokee local. Now, mind you, now these are the mountains of North Carolina. Okay. This town was actually, or this city or whatever, was actually destroyed in Helene in the hurricane. Look real nice, don't it? Real nice. So it's not called a reservation. He's supposed to be an Indian now. Listen, he's supposed to be a Cherokee Indian. This area he's in is not called a reservation. It's called a boundary. So now all of a sudden it has a different name than what the rest of the nations are living under. They live under something with a whole nother name. Let's continue. Okay, so he says that they are sovereign in the land. They're sovereign in the land outside of the government, just like other sovereign nations in the land. That's interesting. I didn't know nobody else held sovereignty outside of the United States government. I didn't know we're actually able to hold individual sovereignty away from the American government. That's interesting, isn't it? Very interesting. So he said William Holland Thomas. Let's go see who that is. We're gonna do a little digging, because what I'm ultimately getting at is that these people are they're skinwalkers. Okay, listen. William Holland Thomas, Wikipedia. They say Cherokee. Now you understand. He was the son of Temperance Thomas, Richard Thomas, who died before he was born. He was raised by his mother in Raccoon Creek, outside present-day Waynesville, North Carolina. So at the age of 13, he was apprenticed to Felix Walker's store and trading post. There he learned to speak Cherokee. And then he was befriended and later adopted by the chief headman of the local Cherokee. So what that's saying is, this man ain't no Cherokee at all. He learned the language, meaning somebody taught him how to speak it, and then he was later adopted into the tribe. So he is not a Cherokee at all. Yet this person here owes William Holland Thomas the credit for putting them in this. Okay? Look, man, I understand, like, I understand, you know, people have a big heart. You want to help folks, and you know what I'm saying, and kind of like extend yourself to other people and do stuff like that. But it seems to me a pattern inside of this country. Every time the Indians extend their hand to help people in need, the people in need stab them in the back. Every time. The only thing is that during these times, it always seems that the folks in need is always the Caucasian. And the folks who are always doing the stabbing in the back seem to always be the Caucasian. Now, somebody will say, well, you know, black people turn on each other. Notice we're talking about Indians now. And somebody will say, you know, black people always turn on each other. Yeah, true. Black people do turn on each other. But when you have somebody that's inciting, what does that mean? To incite. That means to throw a rock and hide your hand. You know what I'm saying? To make the problems between two people get bigger while acting like you're not involved in it. You understand? So you pretty much are telling them to destroy themselves so you can take over what was theirs. Listen. So he was adopted by the chief. Okay? This is where our greatest downfall happened as a people. It was through these people that we had elected. These chiefs, especially the Cherokee, went to the government to create treaties. If you will allow me to live like white people do here, I'll help you bring down other Indian tribes. And then you can take them into slavery, but just make sure that we have a full pardon and that we have the best life possible. Okay? Now, when you get that type of interaction, now, mind you now, you know, we're not getting ahead of ourselves, but there's a lot that happened in between there. Okay? So if you want to equate what this is to then, let's say now, well, let's take your lettering groups. Delta, Theta, Kappa, Alpha, all these different things. And now let's say that they're the chiefs of our community, or better yet, let's put it in today's terms. They're the local politicians that we believe in. In Pensacola, I already know where I'm going with this one. They're the local politicians that we believe in. So as a people, individually, me, my family, my homeboy, his family, you know what I'm saying, my partner over here, his family, and so on and so forth, we all decide to, you know what, we're going to give you our voting power. So we trust you to go up here and bring us back what's best for us. However, these chiefs was going to the government and creating contracts for themselves in exchange for the people that was trusting them. Okay, so again, black people been deceiving black people. We've been stabbing each other in the back, and now here come these people to take advantage. Okay, now look, Yanaguska Bear was a leader among the Cherokee of the lower towns of North Carolina. During that time, that's who was their chief. Okay, so he was later adopted into the tribe as a whole. He is not an Indian. Okay, this is not an Indian. This is a foreigner. Let's see here. Occupation, allegiance. Let's see if they give you where he was, where his descendancy is. Came from English immigrants. It's right here. I don't know how much more clear it needs to be. You know what I'm saying? So now you have an English immigrant. You have an English immigrant that has supplied the wealthiest tribe in Appalachia and called them Cherokee. And now you look at this. Okay, so now we've already figured out that this man is not an Indian at all. So if this man here is not an Indian, he's an Englishman that was adopted into the ranks of the Indian society, then who is this? Who is this? Who is this person right here? What is this? This ain't the right skin tone to be saying that you're this. Okay? So now it's not even an Indian reservation, it's a boundary. And this is the wealthiest tribe of Appalachia. You understand why that storm came up through there? Now, see, I said I wasn't going to say nothing about the storm, but now it seemed like it's just pointing back in that direction. So listen, okay? These storms were going to happen anyway. See, the thing that we're not understanding, that we're not tying together in all this, is that your leadership, and I'm talking to, because I don't believe in these people. These people that you got sitting up in the Senate that sit up here and get old, die, come back to life, and they still got the seat, all this other kind of stuff going on. These people, that's what's getting ready to fall out of our country. That's what's getting ready to fall back off my land. You understand? It's about a cleansing. There is no way in hell you're going to tell me that I'm going to go to Germany, commit genocide on the Germans, then their descendants, I'm going to train them into not understanding who they are, where they are. And then I'm going to set up a boundary in Germany, and I'm going to get the German government to make my boundary the wealthiest part of the entire land. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Do you really think they're going to let me come over there and do that? But yet we allow these people to come over here and do this. This is what we allow. This is what we allow. Wait till you hear how much money they get when they turn 18. Okay, now look, and mind you now, I'm not speaking out the side of my neck, because everything that I've been saying to you, I can prove. There's no, I ain't got nothing, you know what I'm saying? Have nobody, I don't care. Listen. Whenever you have this type of situation where this person, who is clearly a white man, okay, is talking about he's a part of the wealthiest tribe, and they call themselves Cherokee. Now, mind you, we just did a video the other day that told you that Tallahassee, Hoochie, anything with key on the end, that belongs to the Mayan sub-language. And we also proved that the Mayan, Aztec, Inca, Olmec were all melanated. They were melanated. They look like me. Okay? So all them people that you see run around talking about they Mexican, those are not Mexicans. All these people run around talking about they Native Americans, those are not Native Americans. All these people run around here talking about they Eskimos, those are not Eskimo. Just like he is not an Indian. Okay? We are living under the lies that were told to our ancestral groups, and they believed it. See, even the fact that all these things come forward to it. Let's see when this was made. This was made a year ago. Okay, this video was made a year ago, and today we traveled to Cherokee in North Carolina to witness a tribe that's doing extremely well financially. That's not an Indian. Okay, kids graduate high school with hundreds of thousands of dollars set aside in an account, higher education access, and health care paid for by the tribe, and their land is some of the most beautiful in America. Let me tell you what's just been described. Thousands of dollars set aside in an account. It is written into law that this this type of treatment is only due to the descendants of the genocide of the black and brown nations of America. The United Nations found America guilty of genocide against our people. This is the money that they're living under. Mind you now, look, he said 30 to 40 years ago, right? We were down in squalor. We were this, and the third, XYZ. But look at us now. Okay? So now look, let's keep going. Bro, this junk crazy. This 56,000 square acres. Look at him. You can tell him just a slob, man. They're a slob. They lying. Look, this dude, man. Come on, man. Oh yeah, if you're enrolled with the eastern band of Cherokee Indians, you get a payout per capita from the casino. Welfare. And this is not an Indian. Those birthrights are only for the descendants of the Indians. Okay? Descendants of the Indians only. This is not an Indian. I can go to Alabama right now and find somebody look exactly like this right now. And he ain't got nothing to do with no Indian. I go hell around here in Pensacola. I can go in and find somebody look just like this slob right here. A liar, coercion, deception. Okay? Now you wonder why these places get wiped off the map. And right here where he's standing at, not a mudslide away, and then you're revealing Egyptian artifacts and Egyptian pyramids right here in this land where they standing at. See, we gotta understand something. There are multiple timelines that are converging right now in this space. Okay? There is the destruction of a lying-ass group of people in this country. Their destruction is imminent. It's going to happen. You've been living like this for far too long. And all of the blood that you shed for this lying white man to come in here, imagine all the blood he shed, okay, of the true Indians. Not no English settler who come in here and get adopted. Why do I speak with so much fervor? Why am I so amped about this? Because it's my people that this shit has been done to. My people. My grandma and them Geechee Gullah. We Geechee Gullah. That's Carolina. Then I go through my father's side, man. Beatrice, Alabama. Starworth Lane. That's all Indians. That's how you go into a city or a town and it has our name plastered over everything. Starworth, because it belonged to the Indians. Then guess who come along? Oh, man, they got a lot over here. I want some of it. Let me try to be their friend first and see if they'll let me in that way. Then I'm going to turn around and stab them in the back and take everything. And then I'm going to have these people living here thinking that they really, man, let's keep going, bro. Let's go. That's wild, man. That's wild. Okay, so now look, he says that the infrastructure is paid for by these grants that they get from the government, and the other half goes to enrolled members of the tribe. So now what do we have? What's the issue? What am I getting at? If you go over there to Atmore right now, and you look at who the leading counsel over the casino is, it's all white people. They're not Indians. That it must come down because they're lying. You understand? So now you got P. Diddy and his whole entertainment thing that came down. Now his whole entertainment world coming down. This is next. They don't think that they're excused. No. All of the birthrights of the Indians must return to the true Indian, which means what? There has to be a re-education that has to happen in this land. There has to be a re-education, because it's not only us that don't know who we are. Most of these people, let's be honest, man. Let's be honest now. Let's just keep it a book. This man is not reading no books. This man ain't studying. This man don't got no clue who the real Indians are. All he know is he don't find himself in the lap of a luxury that, man, I can't get this up for nothing. You understand? He ain't reading no books. He ain't studying. Man, listen to the conversation. We're just gonna keep it moving. Okay. Let's see. Listen to me. He said his daughter, born to the point she's 18, as long as the casino's making a profit, she could see well over $500,000 by the time she's 18. That money belongs to the true Indians, not him. You see? Do you see why they oppress us? Do you see why the police are always on our street, always killing, doing all this extra stuff, while we get locked up for things? Anything that we gravitate to, they put the maximum sentence on that. How come you get 20, 30, 40, 50 years for crack, but a slap on the wrist for cocaine? See, when they made the laws up, black people was using crack more than anybody. So they made crack carry the heaviest sentence. And we're going to get into slavery now, because it ain't went nowhere. It still exists. So now what you have here is literally the benefits of the Indians going into the hands of a foreigner. And this is all over the country. This is Pensacola. They're riding around with their boats and they talking over houses being built, and they got their hands on their hip and they walk around as more. It's over with. It's over. See, everybody running down here because they think that down here they safe. Look, man, there's prophecies all over this land. And if you want to start, by reading Revelation in the Bible. I'm telling you right now, we're living through this time. You see, these people are the ones that don't want Trump back. It's people like this that don't want him back. Now, all around you, now the lower class people that ain't got access to this, they want Trump back because their lives were a little bit better. You feel me? The people I hear in these outside places that's all around North Carolina, Tennessee, you know what I'm saying? Their lives were a little bit better with Trump. So you see a lot of MAGA going on. But inside of here, they don't, this is a boundary. They don't even have to worry about that. They don't want Trump back there because Trump is trying to drain this. This is what Trump is trying to get rid of, because this is what's pulling the country into hell. It's this, the lies. How do you come to somebody else's country as a welfare recipient, and now you got $500,000 waiting on you when you turn 18 based on the rules of the original people? This is why our country is going to shit. So again, I say, until the benefits of the Indians is returned to the true Indian, not liars and pretenders, the true Indians. Okay, anybody can get a piece of paper and pay $5 and put their name on a list. Anybody can do that, and now they take precedence over the real people. But I'm telling y'all something, Indians out there, you better stop calling yourself black. You better pay attention to this now, because it ain't a game no more. You better stop calling yourself black, and you better start looking into how to fix yourself and get yourself back in the proper standing you're supposed to be in. This go to black, African American, foolish stuff. Stop calling yourself things that don't exist. That is the trick, to get you to take your paperwork and claim something that you are not. So if the real Indian is claiming something that he's not, that leaves the position open for anybody to take it. So now what they say, oh, if you don't, what's her name? Camel Harris or whatever. Camel, if you don't send your kids to school, you're going to jail. This is what she's pushing for now. Why? Why does it matter? Because they have to indoctrinate your children away from the truth about who they are. Mind you, now listen, you gotta understand something. This has nothing to do with anybody except the Indians. Okay? When we go to school, the white man is indoctrinated just like we are. He's indoctrinated to believe that he's not the welfare recipient that arrived on a boat looking for somebody to help him out. He's been indoctrinated to believe that he is in control of this land. He's also been indoctrinated to believe that he belongs here, that this is his home. Okay? All these lies have to be dismantled. All these false truths have to be dismantled. That's why this thing right here, all of this was destroyed. It's been destroyed. You understand? It is time to take back the birthright. That is what these people are living under, our birthright. Go watch Lovecraft Country. Thomas Birthright. Birthright. He stole your birthright. Okay. Thomas stole your birthright. He stole your birthright. And the chick that was in the burning house with the book of names, she stole the birthright back. That is the magic. You see, the things that created the spell that we all are now got us thinking that we black, something that come from the Eurasian African continent over there that ain't got nothing to do with us. See, the original black people was the white people. Okay, you go look up in the legal definition what black means. It says pale, P-A-L-E, pale. My skin is not pale. This game is over with. Now they want to jump online. Black people, why y'all so mad at us? Why y'all so mad at us? Bro, y'all just hung a nigga up there. Y'all just hung a dude up there. And you just want to move past that like that didn't happen. What about a dude that got lynched in Louisiana in the past few years? Then a dude they found in a gymnasium with no organs, rolled up in a mat. They just want to skip past that. Then what about the other dude in Mobile that just got hung? That don't exist no more either. What about the guy that was taking a jog down the street and these people jumped in their truck and went and gunned this man down just because he was jogging down the street? So we supposed to just skip over all that? What about the fact that y'all sit up here and uplift people like Glow Really and Sexy Red and force us to ingest that bullshit? Okay? While y'all take the best of our genre. Now y'all the country singers. We created that. Now y'all the rock and roll stars. We created that too. Now y'all bluegrass, but that came from us. Y'all the blues singers too. We made that. What about R&B? Now they the R&B singers. No. Your R&B singers falling down. Justin Bieber can't even control his mind no more after what he's been through. We control that. We created that. Even when we created hip hop, it was not made for what we're looking at now. Hip hop was made to educate and to go against the government regime, to speak about the plights of what our people was going through in that time. That's where you get songs like "Fuck the Police." You feel me? That's when you get a Lauryn Hill and Common and Andre 3000 and all these people that have something to say. Talib Kweli, Mos Def. Like you get people that have something to say, something to teach. These people now, it's just you know what I'm saying? They're just pretty much just paying the dumbest people they can find. How you gonna get on there and ask Glorilla what she think about a situation? Come on, man. You know, doggone what this girl ain't thinking about that. She don't have no brain power going in that direction at all about what's going on in the country and what she think about it. Come on, man. Come on, man. Listen, in earlier days, black people we should be ashamed, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Because in earlier days, we were much more clear when it came to selecting our representation. We were clear. You're not finna get up and stand up in front of me, represent me looking like a fool. That's not gonna happen. You understand? So all this showing your butt all over the line, all this Ice Spice stuff, that's foolish. And now you want to equate our consciousness as it's rising with fools. Yeah, we're gonna go to the club, we're gonna dance to it. Yeah, it's groovy. You know what I'm saying? The beat nice. You know what I'm saying? The delivery tight, but we know ghost riders. We know people manipulate the music, put certain frequencies on top of it. You feel what I'm saying? All this stuff happens. Just like I just showed y'all. If you went on my profile, you can see they have machines that actually see the clouds. This is real. They control the weather. They can't create it, but they can definitely stimulate it and control where it goes. Okay, so what do you think about music? They don't create it, but they can definitely control where it goes. You see what I'm saying? This man said well over $500,000, $500,000 is waiting for them when they turn 18. And we turn 18 and our mama ready to kick us out the house because we looking at her wrong or we just walk by the wrong way. You got to get out my house because she's broken. Because she don't have enough. Because everything that we're supposed to be getting is going into people who ain't even Indians. Make it make sense now. They don't have to worry about no bills. They come out and, oh, I'm just going to go buy me a car. I'm going to take a bunch of vacations and trips. Fucking bullshit, man. All right, now let's go. It's stiffened up. You heard that shit? At 18, you get 25% of it. 25% of $500,000 is $75K, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Now, mind you, now this is coming from the Indian birthright. This ain't no me complaining because somebody getting more than me. It ain't even about that because everybody that know me know the type of person I am. I'm gonna go get what I need regardless. So this is what I'm saying. This is about right versus wrong. And if you have to lie and cheat and coerce and steal in order to get in this type of position, it's not going to last. It's not built on the right foundation. See, what's happening right now is the Indians are taking their energy back. See, all of that happens in the invisible realm first. See, we're waking up. That's why them Jews were saying, the young people in America, those are our real enemies right now. What do you mean? The young black people in America? Why? 18, 19, 20, college age? You feel me? High school, college age? Why would they be your greatest enemies? Because these people know the prophecy. You can only hold the mentality down for so long when it comes to the bloodline of the Most High. It won't work forever. And this is the time for the mind to take back its position. Our people are far more advanced than anybody on this land. Our people are far more advanced mentally than anybody that can come over here and claim anything. It don't matter. Anybody. You want to know how I know? Remove the school system, remove the parameters that they give you according to testing. You understand? Which is designed to make our people look as if we're not smart. It's designed that way. And what does it do also? It gives the people that are not able to have a higher brain function the ability to test themselves into a world that does not include them on a natural basis. Man, you teaching not, yeah. You teaching not, and yeah. That's what school is made to do. It is made to destroy the mind of the Indian. Indoctrination. Now, while I'm indoctrinating you and making you believe that your history starts with slavery, which ain't true, while I'm indoctrinating you, I'm also going to be training your supervisors. Who is that? Well, look around you. When you go into a bank, most of the people you see in there is going to be what? When you go to do your driver's license, most of the people you see working in there is what? When you go to try to get a lawyer, most of the lawyers you have to choose from is what? Interesting. Okay? When you go to do a job application, you go do your interview and this, and the third, and you go to enroll in school, and you got to go do all these things that we consider to be normal. Most of the time, the people that you're looking at in the higher positions is who? They're your supervisors. You understand me? Those are your supervisors. They are there to keep you from coming up. And if, one or two of y'all kind of figure out a little loophole to come up in so many ways, we have ways of keeping you in control. Look at Diddy. Bill Cosby. We have our ways and tactics of, because you want to know why? Y'all want to be a part of what we got going on so bad that we will create the contracts that say you are never allowed to go against us. Look at Nick Cannon. You signed the contract, my man. What you signed the contract for? You signed the contract for? Desperate. See, that tell you who's supposed to be a leader of something and who not. You understand? Because a true leader will see through their pitfalls. That's why it took them so long to get their hands on it. This man said 30 or 40 years ago, they was in the slums. You understand? So the leadership is the issue. How we select our leadership is our primary issue. We select our leadership from a monetary basis. Who got the most money out of all of us? Oh, okay, that's my leader. Huh? What? Okay, so hey, leader, come here right quick. Mind you now, they're paying a Glorilla and a Sexy Red. These are people that pumping up over us. You know what I'm saying? Finesse 2 times and all these people that really don't have nothing going on upstairs like that. Listen, so you give wealth is given, it's not earned, as we can see right here. You don't earn wealth, it's given to you. You understand? It's given, it's not earned. It don't work like that. Okay, so that's why you see a lot of these dudes out here in music and stuff like that. They coming up, they seem like they got a lot of money because they don't mind having their prostate played with for a check. You feel me? They'll let you get up in their prostate for a check. So they signing a different type of contract. Oh yeah, I'll let you get some wealth because it's given to you. You don't earn it. You see, wealth even can be an opportunity. Saying, look, man, do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up the world to you because I have connections all over the world, so I can make you rich very fast. Like, wealth is given, it's not earned. Cannot earn it. Understand? It's given. It's either somebody give it to you or you take it. Okay? Or you steal it. This is a case of stolen identity. That's what this is. Stolen identity. It won't last. It's not going to last. Feel me? So look. Look. If I was this person, I would have so many questions, bro. So if you're an Indian, then what am I? if you're an Indian, look at his skin. Look, he come down here to the floor, he gonna burn alive. Look at his skin. He can't be out in the sun like that. He gonna burn up just the same as him. So if you're the Indian, then what am I? And these people wholeheartedly believe in their mind that this is their legacy and their lineage and their culture. It's stolen identity. Nothing more, nothing less. This is a case of stolen identity. Now, who is he stealing it from? Okay, let's take a look. Before we do that, well, no, let's go ahead and go take a look. Watch this. I'm going to show you. Let's see. Cherokee. Oh, there was an issue displaying this page. Oh, okay, not the Cherokee language. I want to see the Cherokee people. There was an issue displaying this page. See, this has been whitewashed. You understand me? That's a whitewashing. Now look. Iroquois. They're part of the Iroquois. Okay. Acknowledge it, and look where the Iroquois was up here and scattered out throughout. Okay. Let's see here. Appalachian region. White, and by the 19th century, white American settlers had classified the Cherokee of the Southeast as one of the 5 civilized tribes. This is nasty work, man. This is nasty work. Look, let me see. So this is a so-called Cherokee, Choctaw, Muskogee or Creek Indian, Seminole Indian, Chickasaw. They cannot show you who you looking at for real, because if they make this picture real, you're looking at me. This is a whitewash. This is a whitewash. This is a whitewash. So is this. That's why they always got to show you a cartoon when it comes to Indian pictures. They got to show you some illustration that some European did. Okay, they never want to show you the actual real pictures of the Indians. But I think I may have some. Let me see. Let's see what we got, because I think I actually may have some here. Let's see. Let's see. Libraries, pictures. Let's see what I got. Downloads, desktop. Let's see that. Hold on. Don't count me out just yet. Hold on. Let's see what we got here. Oh, okay. That's my picture on my StreamYard. You know what I'm saying? But let's read the caption below, because this is an actual painting that was done in earlier time. Let's see. Oh wait, okay. I'm gonna close down, and then let's sheesh. I didn't mean to close it all the way out. I meant to back it. All right, so look, this is the caption that's underneath them. Okay, so look, it says, let's see here. Let me zoom in on that mug. Hold on. Man, move, man. Let's zoom in on that motherfucker. Thus, amid the Indian with his dart and bow, pursues with eager eye his woodland foe. Thus, amid the Indian with his dart and bow, pursues with eager eye his woodland foe. Okay, the Indian. That's what they called him, an Indian, and that's the picture. This. Let me just make this plain, because I'm all over the place with it, but it's good though. Let's make this plain, because this person right here, okay, looks nothing like this. How did we get from this to this? Somebody make that clear for me. I'm confused. How did we get from here to here? Okay, you don't believe that's the Indian? Let me show you something else. Let's see what we got. Hold on. And you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I love doing this, man. It's fun to me. All right, now let's look. Let's see what we got. Let's see what this says. Okay. This is a 1704 in 1704, which means this was a depiction from the 1600s. So this picture here was drawn or it was released or known about in 1704 in a text in 1704, which means it's a depiction from the 1600 Indians because they make documentation about what they've seen after they've seen it. Okay, so it makes sense. Notice the woolly head, the woolly hair. Let's zoom in. Let's zoom in on this guy so you guys can really see this man. Okay. In 1704, which means this was a depiction from the 1600s. Notice the woolly head and physique and skin color of what today will be a so-called Negro, aka African American. How is it that these so-called Indians, properly termed Aboriginals, were declassified from their indigenous political status? How were they declassified from their indigenous political status? Which means the people that are supposed to be here is him. The early colonists have changed the meaning and context as needed to fit their political pursuit to denationalize America's true, we don't use this word, we say indigenous. The true indigenous autochthon American, that's me. That's where you get that terminology of Black and African American come from, because those words take you out of your political status. That is the trick. 2025 is going to be extremely interesting. It's going to be very interesting because we got people waking up now, but imagine 6 months from now. Oh, it's going to be on and popping. People ready for solutions. We ready to change this. You know what I'm saying? FPL come through here, they charge you $1,000 and can't explain why. But we all know they're just trying to get their company rolling. Meanwhile, you can't go walk in the door and talk to nobody. You can't call nobody after a certain time. You can't, but they're gonna send you that bill, and if you don't pay it, they're gonna cut your life. What kind of crap is this? Now you got ECUA trying to follow suit. No, man, y'all sit back, bro. All this greed in amongst a collapsing economy doesn't make any sense at all. Everybody greedy, but the economy collapsing. Why is this happening? Well, because the Indians are supposed to be living like this. That's why. And see, the Indians gonna want their stuff back. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen now. Once Black people learn that they're not Black at all, once that becomes the theme for TikTok, we not Black, we the Indians. Oh, we want our stuff back. You gotta move, man. Y'all, it's time for y'all to get off our property. It's time for the government to stop trying to hide all of our artifacts that keep showing up from under the ground. It's time for the Smithsonian to give us our stuff back that y'all stole. You can release the giant bones of our ancestors, give us back our tools, give us our pottery, give us our pictures and our painting and our money and our jewelry and our gold. Give it. These people have nothing without us, and we're not understanding that. For some reason, we're not understanding that. The world does not exist as it is without us. These people was walking around in the wilderness hoping to come across a caribou. Okay, you got to understand that. So how now are these people, we're subjugated to people that didn't even know how to build a home or a city? Boy, listen, man. I'm telling you, this junk pissed me off because it's my grandparents are gone. And they live their whole life about how much they love these people. They'll turn their back on their own people in support of this. And they passed away never getting to understand exactly who they really are. That's sad. And now our older generations now trying to keep up with the young folks. So they're not even on the wavelength to teach you anything about yourself. We're so good to be divisive. We so good to backstab each other, backbite each other. We'll tear each other down, talk about each other behind each other back, but we won't stand there to give each other what's real. And if there's something that's taking you to a higher perspective, you can expect that your own people, especially ones closest to you, is going to be trying to be the main ones trying to take you off your lane. They're the main ones trying to knock you down, trying to knock you off. No support. Put you in a situation to where you hurting. And if you're unable or incapable of making that out of, now you're the person everybody talk about. Oh, you ain't got no money, you ain't got nothing, you ain't got no house. Ugh, get away from me. Ugh, you ain't got nothing. You ain't nobody. Don't be around me. Bro, we got the same blood in us. What are you talking about? The hell are you talking about? Oh, the strangers get you paid. Man, y'all niggas. Boy, look. I say, man, look. I'm telling you now. So keep on rocking with that. If you got that melanin in your skin, you keep on rocking on that same wavelength, that same vibrational, negative, toxic frequency that we've been doing all these years up until now. You keep on rocking with that same frequency and watch what's going to happen in the coming years. It's over with. Don't nobody trying to go to church no more. Y'all signing up for 501c3 line, won't even teach out of Revelation, won't tell the people what's really going on with them. You won't even tell the black people in the church that, hey, the Old Testament is your bloodline. They're just describing your bloodline, black people in America. That's your bloodline. But they won't tell you that. You see? And the bloodline that they're talking about is not no Adam and Eve. That ain't got nothing to do with it. The bloodline that they're referring to is Adam and Lilith. Anyway, we're gonna stay on this. So now, what I was showing y'all, the picture. Okay, so let's keep going. Look, the phenotypes depicted by the artist represent genotypes. Eumelanin cannot be made by the current Eurasian. They do not have a stable MC1R gene to make eumelanin. Theirs carry specific mutations we will discuss in the section on genetics. They also lack the genes to make 4A through 4C hair. I don't even know what to say after that. I mean, it's right there, cut and dry. I mean, what else you gonna say? Now look, this is a timeline of us being reclassified, which I showed this before. So in 1900, we were called Negroes. 1950, we were colored. By 1970, Jesse Jackson, we were Afro-American. So he lied to us and we accepted it. That would have been our moms and dads. That would have been our parents, okay? Because they were rallying after that Black Panther movement. Okay, so the Black Panther movement stimulated us to be okay. Now in 1980, we became black. That was just 10 years apart. So from 1970, being Afro-American, you telling me that our people did not pay attention enough to 10 years later to where they changed you to black. And then 8 years after that, they put you back as an African-American. 11 years after that, you became a minority. In 2000, 1 year later, you were back black. And in 2017, back African-American again. So it's a hot potato game to keep us confused and on our heels. So we never settle into our position because we don't even know what position we're supposed to be holding. What does black get? Well, let's take a look. See how it looks. See, because all of this stuff is important, man. We have to know this. It's gonna happen anyway. It's gonna happen anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna happen anyway. Look at this. Let me zoom in so y'all can see. I don't want to just be reading stuff and y'all can't see it. Let me zoom in so y'all can see it. Okay, look. A new and correct map of America with the West India Islands. Look who they put as Americans. Look. That is not him. It's just, come on, man. This is funny as hell, man. Like this, come on, man. This is not an Indian. I can go to Warrenton right now. There's a so-called reservation over there in Warrenton right now. And if you go back there, this is what you're gonna see jumping around with feathers and stuff on this. Okay. Now, mind you, now look at the feathers in the head. Look at the feathers in the sky. Look at this. Look at that skin. Hey, I don't know what I'm talking about now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking. Yeah, I'm just talking. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm nobody. Let's see. Tobacco is derived from the leaves of the genus Nicotiana, a plant from the nightshade family, indigenous to North and South America. When Maya people of Central America used tobacco leaves for smoking in sacred and religious ceremonies, they used tobacco leaves for smoking. They didn't say they smoked tobacco like how we smoke it now as a cigarette. That's not it. They used the leaf for smoking in sacred and religious ceremonies. Okay? I'm just pointing it out to y'all, man. I'm just trying to show you. Listen, this is a publication in 1921 that says an Indian boy and his bear cub pets. Okay, this is the top part of the picture, but they're calling him an Indian boy. Look at this. That looked like 4C had of me. That's an Indian boy. So this is an Indian boy. Who is that? And why is he getting $500,000 when he turned 18 so he can just roll around and go be a slob somewhere? When this is called an Indian boy. This is 1921. Okay, so he said 40 years ago they was in the slum. So 40 years ago from what? 20. Well, let me see when this came out a year ago. So 23. So 40 years ago from 23 is what? 2000. That's gonna be 83. 1983. 1983. Let's say 1921. Indian boy. It's time to wake up, y'all. It's time to wake up to the nonsense, man. For real, man. It's time to wake up to the nonsense. Look, this is the rest of the picture right here, just so y'all can see that. See them, his bear cubs. Oh, Miss B, you say you want the bear cubs? There they go. You see? See that? Indian bear cubs. Oh, you said it's covered by the video. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see what you're talking about. Oh, the text is covered by the video. Oh, I see. Okay, well then no problem. Let me just do this then. Boom. We'll go here. All right, and then we're gonna do is this. Let's see here. All right, so let me see here. Boom. Okay, you can see that, right? All right, look. This, let's see. Oh, I see. Okay, let me watch this. Let me share. Hold on. Let me put this in sharing because I don't mind going back over. I'll go back over it again. Let's see. Slides. Add a file from my computer. I'm gonna add some files. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Let me upload some files here. Okay, so y'all can see that. Let me see. 1 second. All files. Okay, so they say invalid file type. Let's see. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can pull up. Give me just a second. I'm gonna see if I can pull up these pictures online here where y'all can see it. Hold on one moment. And see, I'm still new. I'm still navigating all this. Let's see, Pamunkey Indian family. All right, let me show y'all. So this right here is what Chris Brown claimed to be. I'm going to show you. All right, let's see. Let's see if they're gonna show the right thing. You know how they do. Let's see if I can find the right one. Monkey Indian family is one that's really popular that be going around. See how they do? They love blasting these people. You see what I'm saying? And if there's any melanin in the picture, it comes out black and white. But now look, decision on federal recognized. Look at this. Chief George, that's a black man. They're not going to look, that's a black man. You understand? So they're going to show you this crap to throw you off. And I'm looking for a certain family because I don't know. Look. Okay, I want this has to be understood, man. These folks are liars. They're liars. And you got to understand this because this right here, this is the reason why we have such difficulty in this land is because we have been overran with liars. They lie. Anytime there's melanated people in the picture, it comes out as black and white. Look at that. Look. Okay? You got to understand what's going on. There's a lot of melanin in these pictures. Look at him. Man, let's go look at this file, bro. These are Virginia Indians. This is who Chris Brown claimed he come from. I'm gonna zoom in. So I hope y'all can see this picture. Y'all can't, man. I don't want to tell you. No, I'm just playing. I would still help y'all out. But look at that. That's the only real Indian. Look at that. Look at that. That's somebody's grandma. See, now you got all these others mixed in. You feel what I'm saying? Look at that man, dog. Look at him. I know that's somebody's granddaddy. Now I don't know what he doing there, but this, you see what I'm saying? They started to mix in with us because this was the place to be. These people got rules that are outside of the United States government. This is the place to be. Amongst these people, stealing their birthright, stealing their land. Let's see. Look at this. Look. Does this look like him? Look. Then they put the picture in black and white. So you can't see her face, see her true complexion. You feel me? Which is highly important. But look at here. They'll show you them though. Won't it? Look. What the hell is that? Look at all them people. Who the hell is that? Come on, man. We're dealing with a group of liars. And until the lies have been redone, okay, and the birthright has been taken back, there will continue to be carnage on this land. Now let's take it a step further. Let's just look at this like this, because I do see a lot of pictures where in here where you see the melanated one that you see them surrounded by the European groups. But it kind of makes me think about the whole Kamala Harris thing, where she's taking pictures with black people to make herself seem black. Then you put the picture in black and white or put it grainy or far where you can't really tell for real. You know what I'm saying? And I get a lot of that type of vibe from these black and white pictures. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for right here. Look at this. That's a Pamunkey Indian. Chris Brown bloodline. Look at her. Look. Come on, man. Come on. This is not this at all. Ain't got nothing to do with that. The Pamunkey Nation are one of 11 Virginia tribes recognized by the Commonwealth of Virginia. The historical tribe was part of the Powhatan Paramountie. A turn-of-the-century Powhatan family from Virginia poses for a portrait in non-Indian dress. Prior to World War II, Powhatans began a community in the Philadelphia-Camden area, maintaining their native identity in part through a close network of families. They frequently intermarried with Natticoaks of Delaware and members of other tribes. Black people, so-called black people. The clothes they got on is black. Their skin is copper. See, that's how you have them different variations. Okay, look at the hair. Well, we sitting here. We at the door. We right here at the door. We sitting at the door. Look at him, Indian. Richard Lewis Sampson, part of the Pamunkey tribe of Virginia, from 18. Look at that. That like how Sway. How Sway. How? But this is what they want us to believe is real. They want us to believe this is real. This is the lie. This is the hijack. Come on, man. This is when Trump in the 80s said, they don't look like Indians to me, and they don't look like Indians to the Indians. So who are they? I'm not a person, I don't really care what nobody do. That's you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't have, but when I know that it's negatively affecting me and the people that I love, now I have to speak out about the things that I know to be true and correct. Pamunkey Tribes hopes to announce potential casino location in coming months. Look at it. Look at it. I don't see an Indian in sight. But yet you got all this money to open up a tribe, and where you gonna be making all this because the government can't touch the money coming out of an Indian casino. Why you think you crack? Never mind. Let me calm down. I ain't gonna do that. All right. So this is what we're dealing with. Okay. So we have to understand that in this time, that what we have going on is literally a hijack. The video's over the text, you can't see them. You know what I'm saying? It's literally a hijack. And I'm gonna learn how to navigate this a lot better, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I can get good with this. Because let me see. Let me try this layout. See, I like that layout too. You know what I'm saying? But this is what we're dealing with. Oh, y'all weren't even supposed to see that. That's talking about something else. That's coming for later. But this is what we're dealing with, though. Okay? This is what we have going on in our land. It's a hijack of what belongs to us. You see? And that's why the spirit is giving so much calamity right now. Because this must be returned back to the original people of America. It must be returned. Otherwise, there will be no rest. It's going to always be calamity and more calamity and more calamity. It's just going to keep happening. Revelation says it. There's going to be tribulations, which is hurricanes. There's going to be earthquakes. The ground is going to open up and swallow them whole. Thine enemies. See, Christians take that and try to spin it to where it's talking about everybody. No, it's not some generalized text for everybody to say that, oh, thine enemy because I'm a Christian. Oh, no. That's not what that Bible is for. That Bible really ain't got nothing to do with Christianity at all. It's really not for that specifically. You know what I'm saying? So what that Bible is for and what it's doing is it is talking to the bloodlines of the Most High. There's a cursed group, there's a blessed group. Somehow throughout time, the cursed group became the blessed group, and the blessed group became the cursed group. Now those lines have to unravel. And the world has to see what's real. Why these people can't live past 70. You understand me? Meanwhile, you got black folks talking, oh yeah, God only give us 70 years. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You obviously cannot know who you are. You cannot know the history of your people or the dynamic of your people. If you really sitting up here talking about God only gave us 70 years, promised us 70 years, man, get out my face. Get out my face, man. I'm so tired of it. It's the ignorance that's destroying us. It's destroying us. We are outnumbered by ignorant people. I literally sit up here and think to myself, you know what? Everybody I come in contact with, they think just like me. They can think just like me. But no, that's not the case. That is not the case. Most people cannot see at all. They really think that they're black. So they're literally creating the world of black. This one thing that I want to show y'all before I leave. Watch this. I'm going to show y'all something. And if you can't see this, just let me know. Black Codes, 1865. Oh, never mind. I'm in the wrong thing. Hold on. Let's see. Black Codes, 1865. South Carolina's Constitution, which included the Black Codes from the Library of Congress. This is for Mississippi and South Carolina of 1865. This is a historic document. Okay. The Black Codes were a series of laws passed throughout the South in the wake of emancipation. Although often professing to respect the equality and civil rights of the newly emancipated. Who was newly emancipated? The slaves, right? Okay, so after the slaves supposedly got free, 1865, there was a document created called the Black Codes. Let's go. In reality, most of the Black Codes were specifically designed to curtail or stop the economic, political, and social freedom of the Indians, and through a combination of private and public efforts, restore much of the slave system that had existed prior to the war. Their passage inflamed Republicans in Congress and were cited as justification for passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1866 and the 14th Amendment. Martin Luther King was the Civil Rights Act. No, I'm sorry. Martin Luther King came after that. But the initial Civil Rights Act was created because the South wanted to implement Black codes into their laws. Okay, they're pushing to have slavery back in whatever kind of capacity they could have it in. Because once you release the slaves, all my labor is gone. Who's going to do the labor? Now, mind you, you got to understand something. There were actual melanated people that had homes, plantations, they had land, they were all over the place. Okay. Where you get this degradation of or denigration of people to rape women and steal kids and sell them down the street to the next plantation and take the kids out the bed with the mama and go do that, then you separate the woman from the man because they really in love and you tear their heart away. Like all of that kind of stuff was happening in the backwoods of the South. These were the places like Monsieur Candy. Okay. What was that? Django? So Candyland would have been a place that was so remote that people don't come there. So guess what? Monsieur Candy can do whatever he wants because ain't nobody coming here to check on y'all. You understand? There's nobody coming here to check on y'all. I don't have to worry about the government coming in, putting their nose in my business because there's nobody coming to check on y'all. So guess what? I can hang you. I can cut you. I can beat you to an inch of your life. I can do whatever I want to you. And there's nobody coming to save you. You see? So it's not that the Congress allowed this to happen. It's just that the Congress can't be everywhere all over the land, especially in the South. So who's going to stop them? The police? Well, they pay the police. The police work for them. If their slaves escape, they call the police. Hey, I got an escaped slave. He went west through the swamp. I need y'all to go in there and go get him. Then there go the dogs, there go the horses, and there go the men. That's the police. I got an escaped convict. He was last seen at such and such and such. I need y'all to converge on that area. Now there go the horses, the squad cars. Then they got the canines in the back, and there go the slave catcher. That's the police. Now, Section 3, an act to confer civil rights on freedmen and for other purposes. Confer, an act to confer civil rights or to, look, let's just do it like this. What's the definition of confer? So I wasn't even trying to be on here this long, but since I'm on here, we're going to go ahead and do this. So the definition of confer is what? To bestow, okay, to invest with, to meet in order to deliberate together or compare views, to consult. So this act is to consult or meet about the civil rights on freedmen and other purposes. Who are you to meet on my civil rights? You meeting with a bunch of Europeans. I'm not there, obviously. So I'm not even there to defend my rights. So you having a private meeting with other Europeans about my rights in my land. Interesting. Section 3. It shall not be lawful for any freedman, free Negro, or mulatto to intermarry with any white person, nor for any white person to intermarry with any freedman, free Negro, or mulatto, and any person who shall so intermarry shall be deemed guilty of felony, and on conviction thereof shall be confined in the state penitentiary for life. Now you see why white women would get with our men and then lie on them. She ain't trying to go to prison for life. So you lie. He raped me. He raped me. He forced me. He looked at me. He touched me. He did this to me. They lie. So now we sit up here and the world get deceived by white woman tears. No, sir. Because it's literally telling y'all to lie. Look, I've always stood on this principle, and I'm always going to keep standing on this principle. And you can actually measure this principle in science today. The same thing that is now was then. Okay. So you have white men making codes. Listen, it shall not be lawful, look, for any freedman to marry any white, nor any white to marry any freedman or mulatto, right? Okay. So the white men would rape the women. Okay. You never heard about them marrying them. That was never part of the history, because ain't nobody trying to go to jail for life. You feel me? Ain't anybody trying to go to state penitentiary for life just for marrying somebody. That's crazy. But why so extreme? Why so extreme? Life? Why so extreme? Because the opportunity to give the Indian back what is his is great with a person that's connected to them. Now, back into my theory. What was then is now. What's happening now is there are more white women that have children from black men than black women that have children from white men. Most of the mixed babies out here come from a black man and a white woman. So when they made these rules, this was a testosterone war rule, because their women were steady going down there with the black men. So now you make rules saying that you're gonna put that woman in jail for life because you're jealous. Why do y'all love them so much? Why do y'all this, that, and third? Because, man, we keep it real. We are who we are. With money, without money, this, that, and third, XYZ, we are who we are. Then on top of that, we don't have to steal, kill, and destroy in order to have a life. We don't have to steal, kill, destroy, coerce, deceive, lie, manipulate. We don't have to do all that just to live somewhere. To live in somebody else's land, we ain't got to do all that. So that makes us real. Y'all ain't real, man. Y'all ain't keeping it real. You ain't keeping it real, because if you kept it real, you'll tell the truth. But you won't do that. You can't keep it real. Listen, Section 7. Every civil officer shall, and every person may, arrest and carry back to his or her legal employer any freedman, free Negro, or mulatto who shall have quit the service of his or her employer before the expiration of his or her term of service without good cause. So what does that mean? Anybody can say, oh no, that cause is not good enough, so you have to go to jail. That's a setup. Hey man, my mom died, I had to quit. No, that's not good enough. You got to go to jail. Hey man, my leg got cut off, I had to quit. No, that's not good enough. You got to go to jail. I don't want to work here no more, so I quit. Oh, that's definitely not good enough. You're going to jail. What? So you're forcing me to work for you under threat of duress. You're forcing me to work for you. So that means that Indians was bucking the system. The Indians wasn't going for that. So they show us all these pictures of these people with their head down and yes, sir, yes, sir. Nah, man, come on. You go outside right now, I can find 10 niggas that ain't going. It don't matter. You bring the police, they finna fight them. You go take them down there to that jail you want to, man, they gonna cut up worse than. That's not real, man. They keep showing us the things. They use media and propaganda to keep showing us ourselves in a weak light, but it's not real. That's not real. Okay. And the people that believe it are the ones that are because look at it like this. Every person that's in our nation, in the Indian nation, the Black and the African American nation, everybody ain't trying to be the chief. Most people don't even want to go through all this. They want to have to sit up here and read all this and talk to them, deal with these people and go through all this stress. Most people don't want it. So that's why they uplift one. Here, you understand it. You understand the language. You understand the laws. You understand this. So we elect you. Take care of us. All right, I got you. I'm in charge of my people. They make me in charge of them. So now what do you want? He's going to be the face of who the European is meeting. So if the face is compromised, then the people are compromised. And we've had too many compromised faces. And that's our issue. Okay? So look. If any person shall persuade or attempt to persuade, entice, or cause any freedman, free Negro, or mulatto to desert from the legal employment of any person before the expiration of his or her term of service, or shall knowingly employ any such deserting freedman, free Negro, or mulatto, shall be guilty of a misdemeanor. So you mean to tell me that if I quit, you can arrest me and carry me back to my legal employer? So I'm literally in slavery still, okay? Because I can't quit my work. Interesting. And if anybody shall persuade me to quit and then hire me on to their property, they're going to be guilty of a slap on the wrist. Don't do that. But I'm going back to slavery. Interesting. So this is an act to amend the vagrant laws of the state. All freedmen, free Negroes, and mulattoes in this state over the age of 18 years with no lawful employment or business shall be deemed vagrants. They still use that to this day. No loitering. What is loitering? I can't stand outside. They call you a vagrant. Free Negroes. Mulattoes. Negroes became black. Negro is black in Spanish. Again, that terminology came from the Eurasian Pan-African continent. They ain't got nothing to do with America. They brought that word over here because that derogatory word was what was classified over the slave groups or the Slavic people. They called them black, pale. There's no sun up there. They call them pale. Living up there where food don't grow. They call these people pale. Pale means black in a legal dictionary. Okay? An act to punish certain offenses therein named and for other purposes. No freedman, free Negro, or mulatto, not in the military service of the United States government and not licensed so to do by the Board of Police or his or her county, shall keep or carry firearms of any kind or any ammunition, dirk, or bowie knife. They can't even have a knife. That's crazy. You can't even have a knife. It shall be the duty of every civil and military officer to arrest any freedman, free Negro, or mulatto found with such arms or ammunition and cause him or her to be committed to trial in default of bail. So you don't even get bail just for carrying a knife. If we catch you carrying a knife, you go to jail without bail. South Carolina black codes. Persons of color, now they talking about persons of color. Up here they said free man, free Negro, mulatto, which all indicates Indians. Now they say person of color, which is also an Indian. Constitute no part of the militia of the state, and no one of them shall, without permission in writing from the district judge or magistrate, be allowed to keep a firearm, sword, or other military weapon. But they want you to go fight their wars, though. So you come fight our wars. Once the war is over with, give us the guns back. Listen to that. And you cannot go buy a weapon at all anywhere, but you can use them in the war, though. Shit, weird, man. All right, so no person of color shall migrate into and reside in this state, South Carolina, unless within 20 days after his arrival within the same, he shall enter into a bond with 2 freeholders as sureties. So he has to go into a contract to go to South Carolina. These are the black codes. This right here is what creates a sundown town. This is what creates the sundown town. Look, all persons of color who make contracts for service or labor shall be known as servants, and those with whom they contract shall be known as masters. Servants and masters, isn't that in the Bible? The servant shall obey his master. They wrote this junk into law. So given all this, can you see why our ancestors were so confused? Listen, mechanics, artisans, and shopkeepers. Mind you now, we had already created the what? Mechanic. Okay, so that means you had machines in 1865. So you had machines. Electrical vehicles already existed. Yeah, that's a different conversation though. Listen, all persons of color who make contracts for service or labor. All right, so we know service. So no person of color shall pursue or practice the art, trade, or business of the artisan, mechanic, or shopkeeper, or any other trade, employment, or business besides that of husbandry, or that of a servant under a contract for service or labor, on his own account and for his own benefit. You are not allowed to have a business on your own account and for your own benefit, or in partnership with a white person, until he shall have obtained a license, therefore, for the judge of the district court, which license shall be good for 1 year only. So now for everything, we have to get a business license, a fishing license, a driver's license. All of that comes from this. A food license, this license, a go to the bathroom license, a breathe license. Well, get your ass out of here, man. It's junk crazy. Vagrancy and idleness. All persons who have not some fixed and known place of abode or to live, and some lawful, or if they're homeless, some lawful and respectable employment, shall be deemed vagrants and be liable to the punishment hereinafter prescribed. The defendant, if sentenced to hard labor after conviction, may be hired for such wages as can be obtained for his services to any owner or lessee of a farm for the term of labor to which he was sentenced. Do you know what that is? That is prison. If sentenced to hard labor. So that's one of many sentencings. If he's sentenced to hard labor, then and after conviction, he may be hired for such wages as can be obtained for his services to any owner or lessee of a farm. He's not allowed to be an owner or own a farm. He can't do none of that in the first place. So he's literally subjugated to go work for the Caucasian. That's his only option. To further help the Caucasian lift himself up financially over the people that are the original beings of the land. And y'all still want to call yourself black? Boy, come on. And then if you want to, you can go explore the full document and read that online. And this is for the 14th Amendment. The Souls of Black Folk, Mr. Booker T. Washington and others. It's a historic document. Let's see. Commentaries of the laws of England, rights of persons, the rights of things, the rights of colored men. In 1838, abolitionist William Yates published the first legal treaty on the rights of free Black Americans. Yates insisted that all free Americans were citizens who were entitled to the privileges and immunities guaranteed to citizens in Article 4, Section 2, Clause 1 of the Constitution. Yates called for the equal rights of citizenship relating to persons and to things, his acquisitions of property by contract and by inheritance, and even the soil which no alien inherits. What is an alien? The soil which no alien can inherit. So all this generational passing down, that's not real. That's a lie. Okay, what is an alien? Let me see legal definition. Let's do legal. Legal definition of alien legal definition. Let's see. Law. In law, an alien is generally any person who is not a citizen or a national of a specific country, although definitions and terminology differ across the legal systems. So, according to the Immigration and Nationality Act, an alien is an individual who does not have U.S. citizenship and is not a U.S. national. The INA defines a national of the United States as one who, while not a citizen, owes permanent allegiance to the United States. That's not what a national is. This is a federal term, alien. Any foreign national who is permitted under the law to be in the host country. Okay, that's a legal alien. So when we go back over here and it says, and even the soil which no alien inherits. You cannot inherit the soil. When you look at the diagram of a house being built or a building, when you look at the schematics, look at the floor plan or the blueprints for the building or the home or the structure. When you look at the floor or the subfloor, or you look at the house as it's supposed to be close to the ground, what you will find is very interesting, is that the house on paper is floating above the ground. See, I done looked at plenty of schematics. We had plenty of these blueprints. You know what I'm saying? I've been in meetings with investors to see blueprints and all this other kind of stuff. I know exactly what I'm talking about. The house is always floating above the ground because nobody can own the soil. Okay? The only thing that they can do is charge you for the air above it. They can charge you for the space above the ground. Notice a house. This is why houses have to be on concrete slabs or stilts and wood floors where you're not touching the ground. Okay? Because once that house or that home or the interior of that home, those walls meet solid earth like a hut. So say, for instance, if I didn't have this carpet, wood floors in my house, and it was actually on the ground, there was grass or cleared grass and dirt, like how they have it in Africa, right? Okay. If my house was on the soil, it wouldn't even exist on a map because they cannot document that as part of a continental United States or a legal United States document when it's actually sitting on the ground. That's why they gave us shoes with soles, so we're not actually walking on the ground. You feel me? Then your house is floating above the ground. So they put a concrete slab. So you're not actually on the ground. You're actually on concrete. And if you're on concrete, that's man-made. You see where I'm going? So now I can convince you that you're actually living on the ground when you're really not. Insanity. This is how our laws have been set up to keep us away from our birthright on purpose. That's what it's for. Citizenship of a person of color. Mind you, now look, citizenship of an Indian. Citizenship to what? If the Indian is already of this land, he don't need your citizenship. What I need your permission for in my land? So what am I a citizen to? Let's see. In regards to citizenship, this is a subject of great importance. An exclusion from suffrage is a withholding of political rights only. But the question of citizenship strikes deeper. Deny a man this and his personal rights are not safe. He may be hindered from going into a state, or if he enters it, may be expelled or treated as an alien. On the principle, Missouri attempted to prohibit free colored men from coming into or settling in the state or on any pretext whatever. The citizens of each state shall be entitled to all privileges and immunities of citizens in the several states. Okay? These are important and valuable privileges. Privileges. That's letting you know what you're in now. Okay? A privilege, not a right. A privilege is statutory. A privilege is the states. A right is federal. Nobody can deny your federally protected rights. However, if you call yourself black, then your rights happen to fall under the black codes. And you see how confusing this is? They make it like this on purpose. Free persons of color are human beings, natives of the country. Natives of the country. Free persons of color are human beings, natives of the country. They just told you they Indians because they're free persons of color. Free colored men. They're natives. For such of we speak and owe the same obligations to the state and to its government as white citizens. They have an equal right to liberty, to the enjoyment and security of home and family, and of a good name and character as white men. So to all the rights of conscience to read, write, and print, to speak, teach, and debate, to preach and worship God according to its dictates, their title as the same as that of white men. No, it's not the same. It's greater. It's greater. Y'all don't come into my land and get to tell me what rights I do and don't have. They have the same right to the rewards of their industry as white men. They may buy, hold, or sell real or personal real estate. We don't need you to tell us that. Why are you sitting up here selling stolen land that don't even belong to you? I.e., this game is over. It's over, man. This is why we don't care that these people are going through this stuff up there. This is why. This is why we don't care. Care for what? Help you for what? So you can turn around and keep doing this? Paper genocide is what drives people insane. It will drive people insane. So now I see people around me that are on crack real bad. Their minds are broken. They may have depression real bad. I'm talking about the black people now. Depression real bad, but I've seen photographs of people that look exactly like them, prestigious, with their Indian garb, with their businessman suits on. This is before a black code existed. A lot of them people over there in the hood, over there in the ghettos and the slums, you look at them in the face and then go back and look at the pictures of when we were in business, and you see a lot of people that look just like them. So they're literally not, they don't have to be what they are. They're trained to be like that. You feel me? And they don't see any other way. They're under the spell. The spell got a hold of their mind. I'm black. I'm so proud to be a black. Why? This is what you're proud of? This right here? All of this? Somebody stripping your rights away from you, telling you what you can and can't do on your land? Somebody telling you you can't participate in this and you better not be caught doing this or else this, that, or third. Really? That makes you proud to be a black? Y'all weird, man. Thus, we see, look, the colored man is not of an intermediate class. His relations to society are the same as others. His absolute and relative rights, his rights of persons and to things. Now, when they come into talking about his relations to society are the same as others, that is when you are joined in to that false United States of America government that they created that's on a piece of paper in a filing cabinet in Washington, D.C. It doesn't exist. So now we go and we sign up to participate, and now somebody decides that, hey, they're coming to us to participate. They deserve the same rights as others in society. The same. What do you mean the same? We're nothing alike. I'm not roaming around the earth killing people looking for somewhere to lay my head. That's not me. I don't have to do that. But for some reason, you do. For some reason, you have to leave the land of your oppression and come into somebody else's land and slaughter all the people, build houses over their graves, just so you can have a place to call home? No wonder YouTube be suppressing my videos. And I'm sitting up here getting 4 views and all this other kind of stuff. Matter of fact, y'all go like and share and subscribe over there to YouTube now. You feel me? Y'all go like and share and subscribe over there to YouTube. This is amazing. This is amazing. It really is. It's amazing. It's a lot to take in. We didn't even get through the whole video. Understand me? What to the slave is the 4th of July? Emancipation Proclamation, the Gettysburg Address, letter to Reverend Samuel Occam, petition to the Massachusetts legislature for the abolition of slavery for the first Congress, appeal to colored citizens of the world, the rights of colored men. Look at this, the Fugitive Slave Act. This is crazy. They've gone through all of this trouble to try to keep their hands on us as their labor force or slaves. The Emancipation Proclamation says, no man shall be held as a slave unless, there's that word. See, in a legal terminology, you have to understand certain words will change the nature of a contract. One word can change the nature of a whole contract. See, so by me saying, now mind you, now supposedly Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves, right? Now here it is, something here say, no man can be taken as a slave unless. So slavery still exists because you said unless. So that means that if I do something, then I can still be a slave. So unless he is in jail, locked up. But we're looking at the black codes. The black codes is making everything that we do naturally illegal. You see where I'm going with this? This is a setup. The rules for police is this. Any town that you have a policeman in, you have the sheriff, and then you have the deputies. And deputies is normal, normally 1 to 2, no more than about 5 to 6 people. 10, maybe if it's a little bit bigger area. But when did we have this whole lieutenant, sergeant, this, that, and third, 500-600 people on the police force, they all harassing certain areas? Harassing certain areas. Not everywhere. They're harassing certain areas. Normally where the Indians are. Why? Because they're fueled by the black codes. The black codes let them go to that area. They can do whatever they want to do. They can come in and tell you, hey, stop, pull over. What's your name? And you ain't done nothing. All you're doing is walking on the street. You see? Even in a stop and frisk state, they're going to try you like that because you under the black codes. All you got to do is make the connection that you black. And they ain't got to listen to nothing else you got to say. They already done made up their mind. Oh, he's black. All right, yeah, he's going to jail. You understand me? Now when they say, you must record the police. Yeah, I feel that. You know what I'm saying? I feel that, but it's a lot deeper than that. It's a lot deeper than that. I do feel that the record the police part, because that will get you out some stuff. But it's a lot deeper than that. You shouldn't even be having to deal with them in this kind of capacity in the first place. But you don't know who you are. And you don't know what's been done to you and your people. So therefore, you cannot enforce or you cannot stand over their jurisdiction. You can't, because you don't know how. So you just give them what they want. Oh, my driver's license, just give it to them. No. You don't understand contract, lady. Shut your mouth. Most women, just do what they say. No. You don't understand contract law. I'm not going to let these fools do this. Come on, man. And I know better. Now, the issue is it ain't enough of us that know better. See, back in the day when you had Martin Luther King, you could find on the same street 5, 6 people that wasn't going. 7 people that wasn't going. Look at the blocks, how the blocks look back in the day. Because you had multiple families in that area. They're not going for that. Don't come around here talking about no police. Don't come around here with that. Don't you come around here with that. Don't do that. We have 10 people standing right here that's all elders, and we ain't allowing it. So what y'all gonna do? Don't come over here with that. Stay out of here with that. Then we get these sections of town where it's just black people only, and everybody else avoids the area. They avoid the area. Now everybody else feel like they can just walk up to our front door. We so inclusive to everybody that it's all good. Kumbaya, come on through, man. We don't need no separation. What we separating for? We all American people. Get out my face, man. Get out my face. Get out my face. Until my people are made right, I don't see no inclusion. My people must be made right first. Then you talk about inclusion later. But first, return what is mine. That's my name. Return my title, my tribal name, my land, my culture, my way of life, and get out my face. Then, after all that's been done, then we'll talk about inclusion later. But by that time, we're going to be back in our position. We don't need y'all. Y'all need us. Y'all need us. We don't need y'all. You can't enact the black code without the black people. A black code don't exist without the black people, right? Oppression and calling it law, but it's literal oppression. That's why you see so many black people locked up in jail because of this stuff, the black code. And guess what the black people gonna do? You break the mama, and the mama gonna teach the child. You break the mama, and the mama gonna teach the child. So that way we ain't got to touch her no more. The mama gonna do it for us. The mama gonna do it for us. She gonna train the children into destruction herself. We ain't gotta do nothing. You sit back and watch. Okay, now look at this. Fugitive Slave Bill, collection of the Smithsonian National Museum of African American History and Culture. This ain't our culture. Y'all made this up. Don't put that over us. When you sit up here, got this motherfucker sit up here lying about who he is, so he can pull $500,000 when he is 18. He lying about who he is, but you want to sit up here and try to brand us with something that ain't got nothing to do with us that y'all came up with? Who the hell is Millet Film? Man, come on, man. Man, I'm off this thing. Listen, I'm gonna say it again. That's like I said it in the middle. If you keep calling yourself black, it's hell to pay. If you keep letting these people call you black, if you fill out your job application and you keep marking black, you keep marking African American, there's going to be hell to pay. There is a war on black, and we don't understand that. You see what I'm saying? They don't want no war with no Indian. You see, the world comes to the aid of the Indian. The world comes to the aid of the Indians. You feel me? They don't want war with the Indians. They want war with black. Ain't nobody coming to save black. Nobody coming to save an African American. Nobody's coming because those things don't exist. Go to Africa and be like, hey, y'all, what's an African American? Oh, an African American, though. To my knowledge, an African American would be someone who is born here to leave and to go live on America. That is an African American. Somebody born here and they leave and go gain citizenship in America. That's an African American. We didn't do that. But yet we have these terms being put over our top like it's real. My stepdad is an African American. My sisters and brothers, I got 3 of them. They're African American because my stepdad got with my mom and they had children. My mom is an American. He's an African. That's an African American. They are real African Americans. Half American, half African. That's not me. I'm not that at all. That's, my dad from Alabama. My mom's people from Carolina. I'm not African at all. There's none of it. It's time to clean this up, man. Like Trump said, what Trump say? We got to drain the swamp. What the swamp is the home to? The Indians. Who in there now? Non-Indians. Pretendians. All right, I'm out of this thing, man. Look, it's all love over here because, I do love. You know what I'm saying? I do love. But, yeah, I just want us to be better, man. It's time for us to get back. That's all. That's all. You know what I'm saying? It's time for us to get back. It's time for us to get back up. This nonsense won't last. It will not last. But I'm off this thing, man. Y'all have a good night. Prayers for the people that's going through the storm. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah. Y'all check on your people, man. All right, love. Peace.
Old school talk, R&B, and hip hop. WPMM online radio.